Hello and welcome to episode 25 of Avonlea Knits. My name is Martha and I'm here to talk about all things knitting and crafting. I have been sick. Sounds like last year. Got sick at Thanksgiving. Was sick until Christmas. I'm hoping that's not happening this year. But I got sick on Thanksgiving and it wasn't really getting any better. So last weekend I went to the ER and the doctor listened to my, just a cough, but the doctor listened to my chest, didn't hear anything, but sent me for an x-ray just in case. She did hear me cough and came back a little while later and said pneumonia is starting in your right lung. So got on antibiotics and I'm feeling much better. But that's why I haven't been podcasting. I was going to podcast on Thanksgiving, but I didn't really have much to talk about. And then last weekend was really in the thick of it, not feeling well. So here I am. I have lots of new yarn to show you and some progress on some projects. And that's about it. First I will just show, I haven't put these away yet. I just read these two books. This is an adaptation of Anne of Green Gables, sort of, by Kathleen Gross. And this is Anne of West Philly. And it's a modern graphic retelling of Anne of Green Gables. Both of them are graphic novels. They were okay. They very much veer off of the traditional Anne story. But I just thought they were interesting to read. I picked this one up a few weeks ago at the Anne Museum in Bala when I went to get my Anne of Green Gables hat. And then my parents picked this up for me at our favorite bookstore in Haliburton. I just finished them. They're good. Graphic novels really aren't my thing, but for the sake of Anne of Green Gables, I thought I'd read them. Tomorrow's my birthday, October 27th. So we just had my birthday celebration today. But I got this Anne bag from my parents. They went to see Anne of Green Gables in Stratford and they picked this up. So it's just got like a bunch of quotes on it and it's got a zipper and it's a nice tote bag. It's also got an extra little zippered pouch inside. So I'm super excited to use this. Okay, and let's get into like everything that I've been working on. I have some finished objects. I finished the Comfort Crossbody by HG Designs Crochet. This is it. This was so much fun to make. It's fully lined. I only had a little bit of trouble installing the zipper just because of the shape of the top. Like it was fine installing it here, but I had a bit of trouble doing the top flap, but I got it. And I just picked this, I don't know, it was in Walmart in the yarn and craft sewing aisle, and I found this little zipper pull. So I just put that on. But yeah, it turned out so good. Love it. Super pleased with how it turned out. So that was one thing I finished. That was on my summer bucket list and I was able to cross it off. And then the other thing that I finished is the midi comfort pouch. This is also fully lined. So those are some finished objects. I'm making the mega pouch and I have this is just one of my 2 granny square panels. So they're just an extra. This is 3x4 and this one's 4x5. And I was really excited that I'd finished the lining piece last night, but just one of the lining pieces. And like gauge is not crucial but something happened with this one and I was not careful. I should have been more careful because these do take a while. But look at how much bigger my lining piece is to my granny panel. So I've started my second lining panel and I'm going to work on it, making sure that it actually is the width and then the length. And then I will have to rip this one out and redo it so that it fits this. So it's a little disappointing, but I should be able to figure out, like, if as I'm working on the next panel, there's too many stitches across, I'll be able to like figure out how many stitches I should take off. And then I can definitely, because each color is 2 rows, I can definitely tell how many rows to take off. But yeah, I was so excited because I thought I might get this done this weekend, but no, major setback. So I will have to rework that and keep working on it. But I thought, oh, I'm so close. I just have to do the lining panel. And then these outer panels are all ready to go. They've got the stitches around. So it's just finish the lining, do the stitch around, stitch the lining and the granny panel together twice, and then stitch both of them together on 3 sides and install the zipper, and it's done. So I will have to redo that, but it's okay. I'm super pleased with how this one turned out, so I'm excited to finish the other one. There's no rush, I just kind of want to get it done. So yeah, been doing that. I went to Michael's a few weeks ago, one day, and I went on a mission for a friend, and then ended up picking up these 2 shades of purple from Loops and Threads, and decided to make another midi bag for my notebook that's gonna have like all of my dreams and plans for Avonlea knits. But I also want to make a pencil case to put all my pens. I got a pack of pens, so I did make a pencil case, and I am currently working on, I've done 1 lining panel. Now this yarn is a little bit like thinner, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't normally start with the lining, but I did because I was sitting in a meeting. But now I'm working on the granny squares, and so I'm going to alternate them like I did with the pencil case. So I'm just starting by making the granny squares, and then I will use the join in the round method, or join as you go method, to put them together. These are the colors. So just because I thought I would do the 2 shades of purple that are my logo. So I'm just kind of plugging away at that, although it is something I would like to get done, so I can take my notebook places and protect it. But I'm working on that. And then the last thing that I'm working on, I'm also just like plugging away at it, is more bunting. 2 years ago, I made 5 strands of bunting. 4 of them were put in my friend's classroom, and then the 5th one I did at the end of the year. And because the kids had watched me make the bunting all year, I gave each of the kids a triangle. So I just got this, it's Lion Brand Mandala, and I'm just knitting it up. So I started with green, and then the green transitioned to blue, and then blue to red, and then now I'm on red to pink. So I will just knit this until there's nothing left, and then put it on some twine. So yeah, I'm just, again, it's like just an easy thing to like plug away at. There's no timeline. And then I also got this to make some bunting with. It's just Red Heart Super Saver Bitty Stripes, and it's called Unicorn Mane. So I'll make, I don't know that I'll do the whole ball of triangles, but this is gonna be some more bunting. So that's what I've been working on. And I also got some more yarn. I needed more of the pink for my zippered pouch. So when I ordered the pink, I also got these like shades of mauve and then blue and yellow. I took the labels off and I put a little scrap of yarn on each of the labels, and then I'm going to make granny centers, and I bought another organization box. So these, they're more bonus DK. I had to think about that for a minute. It's more bonus DK that I've been making this comfort crossbody and the comfort pouches from. So I'm just gonna make some centers. I got another organization box, and then I'll just stash these away so I have more colors to work with. I also, in each of my comfort projects, have done a nod to my Ukrainian heritage. So here's a blue and yellow, and here's a blue and yellow. Here's another. I do a little nod to my Ukrainian heritage with my granny squares. So that's all the yarn that I've bought. And then my mom had a yarn swap night on Friday. So our knitting group gets together, the ladies go through their stash and they bring whatever they don't want. Some of it can be like, oh, I've used some of this in like a colorwork project. Here's partial balls, and they'll put it together. So I have this basket. It's just like a bin from the dollar store, and that's what I use for my stash. And usually I just put like, and this is my like not great stash. This is what I get at yarn swaps, and I just keep it in here so that, you know, if I use it, great. If I don't, it doesn't matter. I take it back to the yarn swap because my actual like yarn stash is my Anne of Green Gables club from Peggy May Yarns, and that's about it, and my acrylic bonus DK for my crochet projects. So I guess I have a few other, like, now I'm thinking about it, shirt quantities, but I'm keeping those. So got quite the haul, so we'll go through it. I got this skein from Lamb and Kid. It's 70 merino, 20 cashmere, and 10 nylon. This is called Pepperminty, and I'm going to make Joji Locatelli's One Love Easy Mystery Shawl with it. It's a mystery knit-along coming out November 1st, and it's a one skein project. This was also like $4 something Canadian for the pattern. So I just thought it would be fun to do the mystery knit along, and yeah, I'm excited for that. It's been a while since I've done a mystery knit along and just a knit along in general. So, and it cost me less than $5 because I got this at our yarn swap. So all I had to pay for was the pattern. Then let's see what else is in here. I got this big cake from Kartopu, and it's called Matryoshka. And I thought it was so fitting when I picked it up, and I saw that the yarn was called Matryoshka because in Ukrainian that is the word for nesting doll. Actually, there's a nesting doll right there. There's some Matryoshkas right there. It's the nesting doll. So I think I couldn't find much about this brand online at all. but I think because the colors kind of like nest in one another, that's why it's called matryoshka. It also has this little sticker on it so you can find the end. So yeah, that's gonna stay. It's 75 acrylic, 15% wool. It's got a nice little like fuzz halo to it, you can kind of see. It's very soft. So I got that. And I got 3 skeins. They're merino wool from Koigu. They're 50 grams, but they all kind of go together. So that'll just make something, you know, fun. And again, if I don't use it, fine. If I do, great. Like my Wrapped in Love shawl, when I had that idea come through, I knew I had some pink in my stash, and I came to this bin and I found those 3 skeins of wool silk blend, lace weight, and that was what I used for it. So if a design comes through that uses, you know, some fingering weight, I will use those. These were just partial balls. So I think this one looks like DK. These 2 are fingering. They're just kind of like, I was attracted to the color. They'll just be great for whatever. As a designer, sometimes it's nice to have stuff that like you've not put money into to kind of experiment with. So yeah, I got those. Oh, I also grabbed this. Again, don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's in the stash. And then I picked up this Concept by Katia Sinfonia cake. It's a cotton, alpaca, wool polyamide blend. It also has a nice little halo on it, but I kind of liked the colors. This would be a great 1 skein project. It's, wow, if you can believe it, there's 557 yards on here. So that will be a great like 1 skein project. And then I super loved the colors of this, like a rainbow. This is Superba Cashmere Luxury Sock Yarn, 100 grams, 400 meters. It is so soft. I like am itching to use this because it's super soft and I love the colors. And it totally is like rainbow inside. Again, don't know what I'm going to use with it, or make with it, but I really loved it. So that was what I got. And there was 1 more skein. I grabbed this. This is from Barnyard Knits, and it is a one-of-a-kind colorway, but I saw this Ukrainian artist, Polina Rakio. Here's just some of her work, and that's all you're gonna see, but the colors kind of went perfectly. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like the colors of her artwork are in 1 skein of yarn. So yesterday, there's this local man who dyes yarn and goes to different markets and stuff, and we're now, with like Christmas being like 9 weeks away, we're into little Christmas markets. So he was at one of the local breweries because they were having a market yesterday. So my mom and I went and we found this. This is Australian Supermosh Merino, fingering weight in a, there's no colorways on here, but in this orange and blue. And we thought that they went perfectly with this. Like, this is quite dark in places, but it also like picks up some of the blue that's in here. And then in her artwork, there is quite a bit of orange. And so there's not a ton of orange in here. There is like a little tiny bit. So these two colors are pulling out some of the brighter colors in here, and I'm inspired by her artwork. So there'll be another Ukrainian artist inspired shawl coming up. There's no timeline on it, mostly because I'm waiting for my advent calendar to be mailed and arrive so I can knit my advent pattern and have it out. So that's why I'm like working on these little crochet projects and bunting, because I don't want to start on anything. And again, I have this sweater sitting on my couch that I've not touched in over a year, but it's been too warm for me to knit on something that's like woolly wool. And I've been too sick to like really knit on something super complicated. Like a sweater's not complicated, but I've been too, sick and tired to be working on something that I really have to focus on. So that is that. I have lots of yarn now. Again, most of this in my stash will just like sit in this bin, and if I use it, great. If I don't, I don't know, come like the spring or summer when we have another yarn swap, I'll just take it back with me. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I'm gonna go put some of this stuff away and keep working on either my purple zippered comfort pouch or work on the lining of my bigger one, because I need to fix that. So that's what I've been doing. I'm really hopeful that next time I might have an advent calendar, but I won't be able to show it to you. But I'm really excited about it. And yeah, that is what I've been working on. Not a ton of progress made because I'm not really working on anything big, but I did get a good little yarn haul, and yeah, I'm super excited about some of my projects coming up. And it's been a really nice break working on a crochet project instead, and like building those crochet skills. So that's what I've been working on. I'm gonna go tidy all this up now, and I will see you back here in 2 weeks. And I hopefully will have finished my comfort pouches, and I'll be able to show some of the knit along that I'll be doing with Hohi, and maybe I'll also have some bunting done too. So I will see you again in 2 weeks.